Namaste. We are going to be doing our Ashtanga Vinyasa flow practice. But let's just go ahead and start standing. So we're going to stand at the top of the mat. We're going to root and ground the feet, splay the toes, bringing the hands to prayer position. Close the eyes and begin your Ujjayi pranayama. So just to give you some contemplative food for thought, we are in a series based on the kleshas in my other classes. And the kleshas are 5 different categories that reveal mental afflictions that are the root causes of any suffering. The first one is avidya. Avidya is not being able to see or understand the true self, the true nature of the self, or the true nature of reality. Basically, seeing things like an illusion. The one we're talking about in my classes this week is the ego, and how the ego can make us feel better than or less than. How the ego can get boosted and boastful dependent upon titles, possessions, or attachments. The third one we'll be going over next week, which is attachments. The fourth one, aversions, what we want to remove or withdraw from. And then the last one is the fear of death or the clinging to life. So set your intention as you explore your body and as you focus your mind, as we explore this practice, that you are using it in a deeper way to discover the root causes of your own suffering, and knowing that this practice gives us techniques and tools and ways to move beyond it, to overcome it. On your next in-breath, open the eyes, lift your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, dive over and down, Tanasana, standing forward fold. Let's just be here a moment, because this is usually a tighter place in the body when we first get going. It's okay to have a little soft bend in the knees at first. And eventually, hopefully, you can straighten your legs out. You don't have to force anything right away. You may even notice as the energy begins to open and erupt, you might have a little slight swing or movement. But let's continue on. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins, lengthen out through the vertebrae. And as you exhale, drop low to your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, rise to your upward facing dog. And exhale, roll back to your downward facing dog. Press into the hands, stretch back through your arms and spine. Let the head hang between the arms and take some deep sips of breath. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, close back in towards your lower body. Inhale, come all the way to the top, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to Samastitihi. Continue. Inhale, open up. Exhale, dive on in. Inhale, sprout up. Exhale, lower to that low push-up. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rock and roll back. Hold and breathe. See if you can feel up your back lungs. See if you can feel the breath all the way out. Putting importance upon each stage of the breath. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, Samastuti. Continue, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold and breathe. Inhale to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold down again. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do one more A. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it low. Inhale, open up the heart. Exhale, roll it back. Magnify your breath. It's a vital key to the practice. Inhale, step up to the top. Exhale, fold in. Inhale all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Continuing with B. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, give yourself a boost up. And exhale, roll it back. Inhale, right foot steps through, back heel lowers to warrior one. Exhale, come back into the flow. Inhale, let your left foot lead to warrior one. Exhale, back into the flow. Pausing in the third downward facing dog. But let the breath keep on moving. Inhale, plant the feet at the top, lifting halfway. Exhale, lower the head and heart. Inhale, lifting to Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot steps through warrior one. Exhale, hands down, step back. And drop down. Continue the Vinyasa until your left foot's ready to step through. Exhale back into the flow. Coming back to downward facing dog, holding and breathing. Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, drop in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart. Continue B. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot warrior one. Out breath takes you down. Pose for each portion of the breath. Left foot next on the inhale. Hands down on the exhale. Holding downward facing dog. Remember, an alternative is always child's pose or puppy. Into Ardha Uttanasana. Out and down. In and up to Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do one more B today. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look out. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Still to the arms, open throat. Exhale over the toes. Inhale, right foot steps up, back heel lowers, arms aligned by the ears. Exhale, hands down. Warrior one to the left. Back to the Vinyasa. Holding and breathing here. Gazing back towards the feet. There's some space in between. Inhale, top of the mat. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to heart. Well, my hair's not staying up. Take it down. Step off to the side. Right foot rotates. Arms lengthen, windmill down, triangle. Feel free to use a block. What I want you to notice today is if you scrunch in a little bit in your front side body. It can show through your clothing if you try it in front of a mirror. But we want it to be smoothed out. We want it to be elongated. We want it to be open, expansive. Inhale, drive up. Right foot turns in, left foot rotates out. Triangle Trikonasana. Again, checking your front body. It's a common mistake that we see in class. Inhale, drive up. Exhale, relax the arms. You're gonna rotate your right foot, offset your left foot, square the hips. Lengthen out through the left arm, take it to a block or the floor. Right arm shoots up. Breathe. Bring it up, rotate the feet. Stand firmly. Right arm comes down, left arm shoots up. Bring it up safely. Reopen the legs, wide stance between the feet. Rotate your right foot, lunge the knee. Bring the arm down. Left arm skyward or across the ear. Of course, you can also do a half bind or a full bind if that's in your wheelhouse. Inhale up. Pivot the feet. Prepare for the second side. Take your time. Always beginning from the foundation first, which would be the feet here, and then bringing it up through the body. Depending on the pose, depends on the foundation. Whatever is touching the earth is critical to how you build up the pose from there. Inhale, lift. Relax your arms. Rotate the right foot. Spin off your back heel. I'm going to do it this way today, sinking the armpit towards the knee and reaching the other arm in the air. You can do it another way. Unwind, plant the back foot, then come up. Turn in, turn out. Bend the front knee. Discover which expression you want to take of the pose, and then strike the pose. Exhale and wind. We're going to keep the hands to the floor and spin the feet so they're parallel. We're going to lace the hands behind us. Shoulders roll back, head drops down, knuckles lift up. Prasarita Tanasana C. Breathe. We're going to take it to C and D today. Release your hands, wrap the peace mudra around each big toe. Lengthen out through the spine first, and then bend the arms and bow your head. Engage your quads. Engage your core. Stretch out your spine and your hamstrings. Hands return to the waist. Lead with the back of your heart to rise. We're going to turn the right foot out. Hop the left foot over. Crisscross the arms behind the back. Lean back. And bow over. Inhale, come up. Turn the feet. Crisscross the arms the other way. Lean back with your footing first. And then exhale, fold. Feel as though you have those gripping slippers on your feet. So the feet feel stuck in their place. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the arms. Soften the shoulders. Bring the feet closer together. You're welcome to face the top of the mat. I'm going to face you today. I'm not mirroring you, by the way. The left hand is on the waist, and we're lifting the right knee and catching it with the right hand. You can choose to be here modified, or you can lace around the big toe and straighten it out. If you have a straight leg, you can open to B like so. If you're keeping it modified, you can open the hip the same way, maintaining the hold on the knee. Either way. Regardless, bring the leg back in front, hands to the waistline, elbows splay back, take your right leg forward and out, deep. And release. Standing tall on the right leg. Modifying Padmasana A, holding the left knee. Or taking the extension. Opening to B. Stay tagging the toe, or of course, cupping the knee. Yogi's choice. Once you bring the knee back, hands to the hips. Left leg extends. Try to keep the spine straight, tailbone facing down, crown rising up. Let it go. Inhale, chair. Breathe. Bring your hands to your heart. Elevate the right ankle over the left knee and sit down and back with your hips. We're doing this instead of tree today. Even though I'm staring at a tree right now. All right, bring it back. Right foot down. Left ankle cross over. And you sit down and back with your hips. Concentrate your gaze on one sedentary spot in front of you somewhere. All right, back to stand. Inhale, the arms float up. Exhale, dive in. Inhale, step it back, plank. Today we're going to flip to the outer edge of the left foot, taking side plank. And I know this is not in the primary series, but that's why I call it Ashtanga Vinyasa. So we have the freedom to mix it up. Take it to side plank the other direction. If you want more variety, try the blissful flow. Exhale, full plank. Lower to chaturanga, all the way to the ground. All right, we're changing it up today. Bring the feet in first. Take the hands around second. See if you can take the hands to the tops of the feet, pulling the heels in towards the buttocks. Feel free to rest on your chin. Feel free to keep squeezing the heels in, but lift your chest. You do it either way. Version of frog. Release the feet, hands under the shoulders, push up to table, Curl the toes, return to downward facing dog. You can jump through or step through to sit. Legs extended, arms overhead. Tanasana. Feel the wavelets of breath. And maybe roll with it in your body. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. Exhale, softly folding. Slide your hands back behind you. Slide your feet closer. Inhale, altar or reverse table. Some people prefer reverse plank. Exhale, lower the seat. Extend your left leg. Keep your right knee bent. Right arm reaches to the inside, wrapping around in front to create the bind. And you can lower over. You can also lift your head and look out, which is actually better for me. Take the right foot to the inner left thigh. Arms reach overhead again. Exhale, pour down, Janusha. Head of the knee faces the ceiling or you. As you pour over, your gaze is toward your toes. Inhale, come up. Take that foot to half lotus. Right arm's gonna swim back behind your back, maybe catching the foot. Left arm up, exhale, hinge down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, release the hands. Slide your left foot back. Lower to your right sit bone and knee. Binding the arms. Bowing the head. Inhale, coming up. Re-straighten the left leg. Cross the right foot over. Hug that knee in. Circle the right hand behind you and twist. Exhale, unwind. So a lot of the standing poses were heating us up and preparing us to be able to do these seated postures. Extend both legs, arms lift, exhale, fold. Get into the wavelets of the breath. Encourage an extra lift and lengthening on the inhalations. A sense of release and relaxation on the exhalations. Inhale, hands behind you, feet slide in, table or that reverse plank. Release your seats. Right leg slides out. Left arm moves to the inside of the knee to create the bind. Flexing that front foot as you bow down. Again, you can also look out towards your toes. Separate the toes. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, slide the foot over. Arms re-lift. Exhale, hinge down. Janusha. Inhale to half Padmasana Lotus. Thread the left arm behind your back, right arm lifts upward, and fold downward. Inhale up, slide your right foot back, but then you get kind of stuck here. So lean to that left sit bone, that will lower the left knee and make it available for you to get the arms bound. Inhale, release the bind, slide your right leg, plop down on the left foot, lift up energetically and twist. I hate to say it, but I'm allergic to my dogs, I think, because they're always get so itchy and allergenic when I'm on my mat, and they're always hanging out here. Exhale, unwind. All right, uncross that leg. If you want to sneak in a vinyasa, go for it. If you were to sneak in that vinyasa, when you're coming from downward facing dog, you're gonna jump through, separate the feet, and sit down. And join me now. Tortoise. You lean forward, your hands slide through, you bow your head. I'm keeping it this simple today. If you want to flex and slide your feet out, you can. If you'd rather bring the soles of the feet together, you can. I'm skipping arm balances today because my hormones are off going through menopause and my wrists have been so tender the last couple days. And it's my own fault. It's not just hormones, it's diet. I went to visit my family in North Carolina and ate a bunch of Southern cooking and ate a lot of bread and had more dairy than normal and had way more sugar than normal. And it's just my joints are not happy. Let's inhale, come up, soles of the feet together, lift up to the crown, and then take bound angle. Inhale, let's bring it up. Lace the peace mudra around each big toe. Sit in Upavista Konasana. It's better for the spine to be straight or for the legs to be straight. If you want to rock and roll back to that wide stance of plow, go for it. It's a full moon tomorrow, and I'm also feeling really sensitive, so I'm staying here. If you roll back, rock and roll forward. Try to catch yourself here first, and then release the feet and hinge. So again, if you're limited, hands can be at your thighs or shins. You don't have to hold your toes. Some people even prefer taking the arms down, but when you take your arms down, you tend to round the back and let go in the belly. And the idea is to keep an elongated spine and a belly that's hugged in. All right, when you start to come up, let's glide the feet together and roll back to plow. Your hands can be on the floor or supporting your back. Just stay mindful that you do not turn your head. Too many nerve endings there. And feel where the brunt of the weight is right now. Cautiously pike the legs skyward. Now, typically when I teach other styles of yoga, I teach this with blankets. But since we're doing Ashtanga Vinyasa, they don't really use blankets for this. Cater to your needs, of course. Bring the knees now to the brow. We're going to do the easy version of tranquility. So keep the feet together, but fan the knees open. See if you can balance, hands resting on the knees or under the knees. And then eventually close the knees together, legs back to plow. Roll it down one vertebra at a time. Keep the right leg up though and tag the big toe or hold the back of your thigh and lower the left foot to the ground. Again, we're mixing it up, okay? Supine Padmasana A, and then fan the leg open to B. Back up to A, scoop the belly in, lift the head up, C. Release the head down, lower the right foot down, and then pick the left leg up. Again, you can hold the back of the leg with your hand, or you can tag the big toe. From A, switch to B. From B, back to A, and then lifting to C. Hugging the knees in. So we're not doing fish yet. We'll get there, okay? Bring the feet down, the arms down, tuck the tailbone, lift to bridge. Now I'm not doing any more than this because that would require more of my hands, but if you want to lift to wheel, flip your hands over your shoulders and you can come up to that more dynamic formula here. Exhale. When you start to lower, slide your hands beneath you. Straighten out your legs, point your toes. Root your elbows at the heart, paying the head back. Fish. Open the cavity of the chest. Exhale, slide your head back. Hug the knees in. Roll to one side. And we're just gonna go for it today with headstand. Shirshasana 1. Create your base, right? Elbows under the shoulders, not any wider. Right underneath. Okay, think of the bones as the strongest, densest part of the body, right? That's what we're wanting to help. So we're not just muscling through it. Lace the hands, both pinkies on the floor. The hands wrap around the head. Toes are going to tuck to lift the knees. And eventually coming up into Shirshasana. If you want to challenge, pike the legs halfway down. Your hips will have to move back over your head. And then point the toes and tuck the tailbone, lift right back up. Full moon this week. Headstands are great for that. Remember, a good alternative, if you don't want to go all the way up on your head, is that Shirshasana to prep. You can also just do legs up the wall. Once you safely descend, take child's. Rest and breathe. Consider what you would like for your Shavasana today. Corpse on the back, legs at the wall, some sort of restorative position. And then setting yourself up for that. I'm just going to do corpse. But now I'm going to bring a bolster under the knees. I don't really feel after this type of physical practice, you need a lot of guidance for resting. Your body may naturally go that direction. Your mind may naturally follow. If it doesn't, use your breath as an avenue of either going within or as a simple thing to observe. Keep you anchored in your body, but also in the present moment. If you need a longer rest period, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, take a deeper breath. Draw the knees in. Roll to one side. And up to take a seat. So I know I don't give a lot of Dharma talks in this particular practice. So I just wanted to mention, like I've been mentioning to the others, if you were to look up kleshas, you may find the Buddhist version, which is things like jealousy and anger, depression. But if you look at the yogic viewpoint of kleshas, it's the 5 categories I mentioned. Right? It's the ignorance or illusion, ego, attachments, aversions, and fear of death. So sit up nice and tall. Hopefully you have cleared some debris from your mind and body. You feel more at home and at free and at peace in your body, heart, and mind. Draw the hands together. The light in me honors and respectfully bows to the same within each of you. Namaste.